Hi, I'm Vincent, and in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to create a lead list on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So you will see the best filters to use to identify decision makers, how to use properly the lead list feature on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and finally, how to export your lead list with all the information you need. For example, the first name, last name, company name, LinkedIn URL, and even the verified emails of your leads. So you see that we have a lot to cover, so it's time to go on my computer. All right, so as you can see, I'm currently on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And now if I want to find some leads, I just need to click here on lead filters. And now on the left part of my screen, you see all the filters I can use to identify decision makers. And then on the right part of my screen, I will see my results. Now you see on the left that we have a lot of filters that we can use, but most of them are not very useful or don't work properly. And that's why I want to show you the filters I recommend to use if you want to identify decision makers. So the first filter I recommend to use is this one, company headcount. And basically with this one, you can target leads based on their company headcount. So for example, if you target small companies, you can target companies with a headcount between 11 to 50 people. Or if you target SMBs, you can target from 51 to 500 people. And of course, you can target big companies. So let's say from 1,000 to more than 10,000. And now on the right part of my screen, you have all the people in the world working in a company with a headcount with at least 1,000 employees in it. Now, the next filter I want to show you, and it's probably the most important one, it's current job title. So basically with this one, you can say that you want to target people based on their job title. And for this filter specifically, I have a trick to get better results. So I'm going to give you an example. So let's say that you want to target people who are head of sales. So you type head of sales and then you click on include. So if I check my results, you see that I have people who are head of sales. So that's perfect. But here we have an associate. And here we have a founder and sales coach. Here we have a founder. Then here we have a member. And if I scroll, here we have a co-founder. So if I want to check the number of people who are head of sales in this search, so here we have 25 results. We have 18 results because we have head of sales here and head of sales here. So 18 people who are exactly head of sales on 25 people. So you see that it's a big problem. And the worst part of that is that here we have good results on the page number 1. But if you go, for example, in the page 25, for example, you will get a lot of bad results. So that's why if you want to target a specific job title, I recommend you to put it within quotes. So for example, if you want to target people who are head of sales, you type quotes, then you write head of sales, then quotes. And this time you don't click on include, but instead you press enter. So like this. So if I check my results, I have people who are head of sales, 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 head of sales. So that's perfect. And if I check the number of people who are head of sales, you see that I have 23 results. So it's better when you use the quotes. Now, if you want to target multiple job titles, for example, head of marketing or head of sales, what you can do is to click here on the plus. And now here you can type head of marketing, for example. Then we press enter. And now here I will get people who are head of sales or head of marketing. So here we have head of marketing, head of marketing, head of sales and marketing, head of marketing, head of sales, and so on. And of course, you can add the number of job titles you want. So you can say, for example, CEO. And here you will see that I will get some CEOs. Yeah, CEO, head of marketing. And here we have head of sales. So if you have just one thing to remember for this current job title, so put within quotes the job title you want to target and don't click on include. So don't click here on include, but instead press enter. So like this, and you will get better results. And finally, the last filter I want to show you is this one, geography. So with this filter, you can target people where they are based. For example, you can say, okay, I want to target people based in the US. So click on include. And now on the right, I will get the list of all the people who are in the US. So what's very interesting with this filter is that you can narrow down your search and say, for example, that you only want people who are in a specific city. For example, in my case, let's say that I want to target people who are in Paris. So for that, I just need to select Paris. I click on include. And here I have people who are currently in Paris. So with this filter, you see that you are able to filter people based where they are. And of course, this filter applies for the people. But if you want to target a company headquarters location, you have this filter. And what you can do, for example, is to target companies with a headquarter in the US. And now on the right, you see all the people who are working in a company with a headquarter in the US. All right, so now just before I show you how to create a lead list, I want to show you one last filter that I think it's useful. So it's this one, connection. And here you can say that you only want to target people who are not in your LinkedIn network. So if you want to do that, you just need to click here on second-degree connections and third-degree connections. And by doing that, you target all the people who are not in your LinkedIn network. And of course, if you want, you can do this. So you can say that you want to target people who are in your LinkedIn network. So for that, you click here on first-degree connections. So of course, the usefulness of this filter depends a lot of your use case and what you can do. All right, so now that you know how to use the best filters on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, I want to show you how to create a lead list directly in LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And then I will show you how to export leads from LinkedIn Sales Navigator into a CSV file and get all the information you need, like first name, last name, company name, LinkedIn URL, and of course, the emails of your leads. So let's go back on my computer. And now if you want to create a lead list, it's very easy. So you need first to make a search. So let's say that we want to target people who are head of marketing. So you see that I put head of marketing within quotes. Then I press enter. Then company headcount, let's say between 500 to 1,000 people. Geography, San Francisco, Bay Area, perfect. And here you see that with these three filters, I have 61 leads, so it's perfect. Now, the first thing I recommend you to do is to save your search. So for that, you toggle this button. And why it's useful to save your search? It's because you get notified when you have new leads who match your filters. And if you want to see all your saved searches, you just need to click here. And here you have the list of all your saved searches. Now that we've saved our search, it's time to add these leads directly in the leads list in LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So yes, you can do that, and I will show you how it works in a few seconds. So if you want to add these people into a lead list, very easy. You click on Select All, then Save to List, and here I click on Create New List. So here I need to give a name for my lead list. So let's say head of marketing, San Francisco, and company headcount between 500 to 1,000 people. Then if you want, you can add a description, but for this tutorial, we don't care. and then we click on create and save. And now, very interesting, you see that here we have one list, and it means that this lead is in my list, head of marketing, San Francisco, and so on. And now what I need to do is to go here on the page number 2. Then I click on select all, save to list, and then I select the list I've just created, so head of marketing and so on. And I have to do that for the page number 3. Select all, save to list, head of marketing. Now, if you want to see in details your lead list in LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you need to go here and you click on leads. And then here you will have your lead list. And here you see the list that I've just created. So if you click on it, you will get your list of leads. So you see that I have 58 leads in this list. And if I scroll, I have some more details. For example, the account, so the company, geography. If you want, you can add a note. For example, I can say need to follow up. Then I click on done. And here you see that we have a note. Now, if you want to remove a lead from this list, you just need to select the lead or a few leads if you want. Then you click on the 3 dots and remove from list. So remove this lead from head of marketing and so on. So remove from list. And now you see that we have 57 leads in this list. So what's interesting with this feature is that you can easily see who have changed their jobs in the past 90 days. And if you click on it, you have the list. And why it's always a good practice to target people who recently changed their jobs. It's because when you are a decision maker and you are new in a company, you want to prove that you are worth it and you want to change a lot of things. So during the first few months, these people are more eager to try new tools, new services, and so on. So that's why it's a good practice to target these people. All right, so now that you know how to use the lead list feature on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, I want to show you how you can export leads from LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So for that, let's go back on my computer. So if I want to use my lead list, I just need to click here on lead filters. Then I scroll, and here you see that we have a filter, lead lists. So you click on it, and here I can say that I want my list, head of marketing, San Francisco, and so on. So I click on include, and here you see that I have the people who are in this lead list. So of course, if you want, you can add some more filters. So if you want to make sure that you only reach out to people who are not in your LinkedIn network, you click here in connection, and then you select second and third degree connections. Finally, once you are happy with the search and you want to export these people and get their emails, for example, so unfortunately, you can't do that natively with LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and that's why you need a third-party tool like GiveMeLeads to have a button like this one, Extract Leads. So if you want to easily export these people, you can go on givemeleads.io, or you just need to click the first link in the description. Then once you are on this page, you just need to click on Start for free. And here you can create your free account. And if you want, for example, you can sign up with Google. Now, if you want to have this button on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you need to install the GiveMeLeads Chrome extension. So for that, you click on Add to Chrome and then Add Extension. And then you will see this button, Extract Leads from GiveMeLeads. So once you want to export this list of leads, all you need to do is to click on Extract Leads. Then you will be redirected to your GiveMeLeads account. Here you can give the number of people you want to export. So let's say 57. Here just below, you can say that you want the emails of your leads. And finally, all you need to do is to click on Export Leads. And now I just need to wait a few seconds and I will get my export. So I just want to rename my export So I target people who are head of marketing in San Francisco, and the company headcount is between 500 to 1,000 people. And now I just need to wait a little bit. All right, so as you can see, my export is done. And now if I want to see my list of leads, I just need to click here and then download CSV. So here is my list of leads. And if I check the number of leads, I have 47 leads, which is perfect. Now on top, you have all the information you need to reach out to your leads. So you have the first name, last name, LinkedIn URL, so always useful if you want to reach out to your leads on LinkedIn. You have the emails of your leads, and here when it's verified, it means that it's completely safe for your deliverability to send a cold email to the lead. Then you have the job title, location, and actually you have much more information. So for example, you have the company name, company website, so always useful if you want to personalize your LinkedIn messages or cold emails with AI, company location, company industry, and so on. So what's interesting when you export your leads with GiveMeLeads is that you have a clean data. So for the first name, last name, and company name, you don't have any problems with capital letters or with emojis in the first name. So you don't have Kate like this with a rocket emoji in the first name. So when you want to say hi first name in your LinkedIn messages or cold emails, you don't have any problems with that. And basically with this feature, you don't need to waste your time to manually clean the data. So to show you this problem, I'm here on instantly.ai. So it's basically a tool to send cold emails. And here, when you want to say hi first name, you don't want to have this. So hi Vincent with a rocket emoji at the end, but you want this hi Vincent with a clean data. And finally, once you have a lead list like this one, what you can do is to upload it directly in your favorite outreach tool. So in my case, for this tutorial, I will upload this list of leads in Instantly. So if you want to do that, you go here in campaigns, then we create a new campaign. So I target people who are head of marketing in San Francisco. And then if we want to add some leads in the campaign, we click here on add leads and then upload CSV. And now I just need to click here and select my list of leads on my computer. Once you've uploaded your list of leads, you need to map the column headers that you have in your list of leads. So these columns here with the instantly variable. So make sure that you have at least first name with first name, and of course the email of your lead. So email with email. Then you scroll and you click on upload all. And finally, the last thing you need to do is to write your sequence. And if we go here in leads, we have the people who come from LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So if you want to easily export your list of leads from LinkedIn Sales Navigator into a clean CSV file like this one, you can try for free GiveMeLeads. And so for that, you just need to click the first link in the description. And now, if you want to see a complete beginner-friendly tutorial on how to use LinkedIn Sales Navigator to find decision makers, you can click somewhere on the screen. It was Vincent. I wish you a nice day and I see you in the next video. Bye-bye.